Hi, I'm Slightly In-Depth Gaming, and I only have a slight amount of time for this intro, because we need to get into my revolutionary idea. After making my last video, I was wondering how to fix Pokemon's issues, because I said this. Even though the Pokemon series boasts a similar amount of depth as other strategy and RPG series, you never see this depth being able to be used in the main game. But then, after a night of passion between me and a copy of Pokemon White version, I had a stroke. And a stroke of inspiration to give Pokemon what it needs. New Game Plus. Let me explain. So what is New Game Plus? Well, it's a mode in many video games that originated in RPGs. Usually it allows you to keep your items, gear, and techniques when starting a new file, but enemies are much tougher, dealing more damage and having more health. Pokemon needs this mode desperately to fix its main issue of difficulty, while also highlighting Pokemon's unique and in-depth battle system. I could talk about how this would fit perfectly into Nintendo's difficulty philosophy, but that's boring. Let's just get into how it would work. Here's my idea. After you beat the champion, New Game Plus is unlocked. Once you enter New Game Plus, all Pokemon you've caught in your box and party will still be with you at their same levels, as well as any money or items you got in your first playthrough. Instead of picking a starter, the beginning of the game is skipped to A, make the game have a faster opening since you've already seen it, and B, prevent inconsistencies in the story. Let's just say you start right before the first rival battle. In our hypothetical game, the champion's highest level Pokemon will be 60, which is better than the insanely high levels in Gen 6 and the low levels of Gen 2. To prevent overleveled Pokemon, all Pokemon over level 65 will be leveled down to that number. Zweilous is the Pokemon that evolves at the highest level of 64, so this will also prevent illegal Pokemon. It will be recommended that your team is at least level 60 to make sure players don't rush in while underleveled. Now, how will a New Game Plus solve the issue of difficulty? Higher levels across all trainers means that they'll use stronger, evolved Pokemon, but also, the expectation is that only dedicated players will play this mode anyway. That means more Pokemon per trainer, better moves, more cohesive movesets, and held items. This frees the developers to just go crazy with creative and thoughtful team building. For an example of how I'd do things, let's make a gym leader for the main game and for New Game Plus. A water-type gym leader who loves Pokemon that are cute and pretty. So she has a Brionne, a Clamperl, and a Feebas. She's the second gym leader, so around level 18 or so, but we're giving her 3 Pokemon because Feebas is pretty useless. When you fight her the first time, you'll be confused when she sends out her Feebas, but she'll say something like, "There's beauty in everything." Then, when you reach her the second time in New Game Plus, you see her new, upgraded team. The player should already know about type advantages by the second playthrough, so there's no point in locking a leader into one type. To remedy this, each leader will have a type and a theme. We could have the first gym leader be a dude, who's a fairy type leader, but he's really manly, so he uses Snubbull and a male Ralts in his first fight. When you fight him again in New Game Plus, he'll have added a Machamp for steel types and a Golurk for poison types, along with his Granbull and Gallade. The leader should have at least 3 Pokemon of their type, but not more than 4. So going back to our water-type gym, her team will consist of a Primarina, Gorbis, Azumarill, and her new ace, Milotic, for her type. For her theme, she'll also pack a Ninetales for grass types, and a Palossand for electrics. As you can see, the amount of creativity and challenge of the fight goes up drastically when the developers won't be locked to worry about player skill. But what about movesets, you might be asking? Yeah, it's kinda difficult to come up with cohesive movesets for all new teams for each trainer in the game. If only there was some database of every single Pokemon and their competitive moveset. Oh wait, there is. It's called Smogon. The developers don't even have to make it themselves. You could just copy and paste the recommended moveset for each of the Pokemon you use in a trainer battle, and nobody would notice. And for new monsters, just find a Pokemon that's similar and imitate their build a bit. I'll put the team I thought of for our gym leader on screen. As for held items, I want this mode to go all out like the Battle Frontier would. At the beginning of the playthrough, only the gym leader should have held items. In Gyms 1 and 2, only the Pokemon that were on the trainer's original team. But afterwards, I want every Pokemon on a gym leader's team to have a held item. Regular trainers won't receive these until after the player has completed the 6th gym. And why let the AI have all the fun with items? So, I know this video has already been radical enough, but New Game Plus should allow the player to buy things like the choice items, life orb, and leftovers directly from the shop. Not only does it bring another layer of strategy into the game, it also helps out people who want to get into competitive battling. Usually these items have to be grinded for in battle towers, which may be fun for some, but really discourages me from getting into competitive battling. Plus, the player would have a surplus of money, so what better way to spend it than to have all these items available to purchase in the shop? And you know what? Why stop there? Make fully evolved and trade Pokemon available in the wild. That would be great because I can finally use an Alakazam or a Scizor in a playthrough without buying a second copy because I'm too awkward to ask someone to trade Pokemon with me. Sword and Shield already did this in the wild area, so just go all the way. Let people build their team however they want. And they should add a way for you to instantly forget and relearn moves on the fly, so you're not locked into a moveset you don't like. And they should make 200 TMs because the game's gonna be twice as long, might as well give the player more options. And they should bring back N as a super boss because he's the best Pokemon character. It would be the greatest Pokemon experience ever! Okay, maybe I should calm down a bit. I'm being a little ambitious, but I honestly believe this is the direction the series should go. I have no problems with the games being easy at all. I think Game Freak is in the right when they market and direct their games at children. At the same time, I absolutely love the battle system of Pokemon. The amount of customization means that you can make an endless amount of combinations between Pokemon, moves, and items. But the series never capitalizes on what they've built. I want Pokemon to be difficult again, for it to be challenging. I want to have that feeling of saving between each Elite Four member, just like any other fan of the series. However, what people don't realize is that the place for this challenge is not in the main game. Keep that separate, and make it similar to the difficulty in Gen 3. A few tough battles here and there, but mostly on the easier side of things. Even if Game Freak adds a New Game Plus that isn't as challenging or strategic as mine, I think it will benefit the game greatly if all you do is let the player skip cutscenes, buy competitive items, and catch fully evolved Pokemon. I promise that's all I'm asking for. Now, back to you, my beloved. Hey guys! So, I wanted to do something a little different with this video that focuses a bit more on comedy. So, if you like this style of content more, please like, comment, and subscribe. With this channel, I always want to keep evolving and do different styles of videos, all focusing on game design of course, but I never want to get into a groove or a template to make videos, you know? This won't be an exclusively Pokemon channel, I just had 2 ideas for videos that involve this series back to back. Let's keep up the solid growth, guys. Bye!